Good morning, children, and welcome back to the learning. Today, you will be learning about a new poem which is titled as The Bold Pedlar and Robin Hood, which was written by Francis J. Child. First of all, let's know about the poet. Francis James Child was born on 1st February 1825, who was an American scholar, educator, and folklorist, best known today for his collection of folk songs known as the Child Ballads. Child was Boston Professor of Rhetoric and Oratory at Harvard University, where he produced influential editions of English poetry. In 1876, he was named Harvard's first professor of English, a position which allowed him to focus on academic research. It was during this time that he began working on the Child Ballads. The Child Ballads were published in 5 volumes between 1882 and 1898. They are a major contribution to the study of English language folk music. Now, here is a small video clips about the poem The Bold Pedlar and Robin Hood. Just watch and enjoy it and try to understand it properly. It will help you to understand the poem very easily. After that, listen to the explanation of the poem and learn the poem.
A bandit who does not strike when the opportunity arises him. I see you missed the bandit convention of robbing people.
Well, your mom wasn't a nice lady.
Well, my mother may have been mean, but at least I knew mine.
That's pretty low, man. You know you left your entire pack there. I could have just grabbed it and run.
Let's be chivalrous about this.
A fair duel. If I win, I relieve you of half your pack.
Very well, then. You'll regret this. I trained under the shield masters of Shieldgrowth.
Splendid. I'd tell you to eat dirt, but I know that's better than your mom's cooking.
Oh, all right then.
Wait! I told you a fair fight. Let me get off this rock.
Oh, so you do have practice of some dignity.
Okay, I'm ready now.
Oh!
Pedlar, hold your hand.
Can you use a breather? I'm sweating profusely. Okay. Where'd you get that plastic bow from? Walmart?
Bought at Walmart. Purchased with fire.
Whoa!
This is my fight, too. Almost getting away!
Your bag. Take it off.
All right.
Now, let's see what you've been stealing from the good people of England. Now, let's see who you really are.
students, now you can take your textbook on page number 122. Now I'll be reading the first part of the poem. There chanced to be a peddler bold there chanced to be. He put his pack on his back and so merrily trudged over the lea. By chance he met two troublesome men they chanced to be. The one of them was bold Robin Hood and the other was Little John so free. Here in this we see some of the new words and its meaning. The first one is merrily, which means happily. The second one is trudged, which means walk slowly with heavy steps. And the third one is lea, an open area of grassy land.
The explanation. There was a peddler who was very bold, and he used to carry his wares or things tied up in a piece of cloth and moved on from one place to another selling his things. Once, while peddler was merrily moving with the heavy steps in an open area of grassland in Nottingham Forest, by chance he met two troublesome men. One was Robin Hood and the other was Little John, who was a faithful companion of Robin Hood. I'll be reciting from line 9 to line 24. Please follow as I read. O peddler, peddler, what is in thy pack? Come speedily and tell to me. I have several suits of the gay green silks and silken woven strings by 2 or 3. If you have several suits of the gay green silk and silken woven strings 2 or 3, then by my body, cries Little John, one half of your pack shall belong to me. Oh nay, said the peddler bold. Oh nay, that can never be. For there's never a man from fair Nottingham can ask one half my pack from me. Then the peddler he pulled off his pack and put it a little below his knee, saying, If you do move me one perch from this, my pack and all shall gang with thee. New word which we come across here is move one perch, means the least of moments or a little bit. Robin Hood and Little John resist peddler from moving further, and John asks as to what was there in his pack. Here thy refers to your. So Little John asks peddler as to what was there in his pack and inquires peddler about his belongings. Peddler boldly answers that he has several suits of gay green silks and 2 or 3 silken woven strings. When peddler says that he has gay green silk and 2 or 3 silken woven strings, Little John insists for half of the pack to himself, for which peddler gets angry and denies. Here, une means, oh no. So peddler completely denies to hand over half of his pack to a stranger and says that there is never a person from fair Nottingham who can snatch or take peddler's belongings. Then the peddler pulled off his pack and put it below his knee and challenges Little John by saying that if he is able to move a little bit of the pack which is kept under his knee, he would gladly hand over his pack entirely to Little John.
He says, okay, you can come now and fight with me. And my pack is here. He puts the pack down, he takes it from the shoulders and puts down in the ground, and he says, if you're able to cross me and go to the pack, then you can take the full pack itself, not half, and even I'll come along with you and do whatever you say. Then Little John, he drew his sword. So hearing that, Little John takes his sword. The peddler by his pack did stand. They fought until they both did sweat, till he cried, Peddler, pray hold your hand. So Little John takes his sword and he starts fighting, and the peddler also fights with him. They fight for a long time and both of them start sweating. But Little John is not able to win the peddler, and he cries to the peddler because he knew he's going to lose. So he says, please stop, Pedlar, please stop. Then Robin Hood, he was standing by and he did laugh most heartily. Now Robin Hood, who was watching all this, had a very good laugh, and then he said, this is Robin Hood is saying, I could find a man of a smaller scale, could thrash the peddler and also thee. He's saying, what a person you are, Little John. You're not able to fight this peddler. I can find any other person who can win both of you together. Even if the peddler and you are going to fight on one side, I can find a person who's even smaller than you who can just win both of you together. So Little John replies, go you try, master, says Little John. Go you try, master, most speedily, or by my body, says Little John, I am sure this night you will not know me. So what the Little John says, okay, you're saying so much, then why don't you go and fight? You go and fight, go fast and fight. If you don't go and fight now, here I am telling you, by this night I will not be your servant anymore. Then Robin Hood, he drew his sword, and the peddler by his pack did stand. They fought till the blood in streams did flow, till he cried, Pedlar, pray hold your hand. So Robin Hood takes his sword and he goes and fights with the peddler. And even Robin Hood is not able to win the peddler, and blood is coming from both of their bodies. But Robin Hood is on the losing side, and so he cries, Pedlar, Pedlar, please stop. Now then the peddler, he asks the peddler, Pedlar, Pedlar, what is thy name? Come speedily and tell to me. So he is asking the peddler, what is your name? Please tell me your name. My name? My name? I never will tell till both your names you have told to me. So the peddler says, if you want to know my name, both of you first come and tell me your name. The one of us is bold Robin Hood and the other Little John so free. So they introduce themselves. They say, I am Robin Hood and this is Little John. Now, says the peddler, it lays to my good will whether my name I choose to tell to thee. He says, it is my wish whether, see, I asked you to tell your names, you told. But it is my wish to reveal myself, to tell my name. But anyway, I have decided I will tell you who I am. I am Gamble Gold of the gay green woods, and travelled far beyond the sea. For killing a man in my father's land, from my country I was forced to flee. So he's saying, my name is Gamble Gold, and I'm coming from green woods. And I had to travel all the way, and I have to even cross the seas and come here because I killed a man in my land. You must see here that they are mentioning it as father's land and not as mother's land. And so he was forced to run away from his country. And for this Robin Hood says, if you are Gamble Gold of the green woods and travelled far beyond the sea, you are my mother's own sister's son. What nearer cousins then can we be? Then Robin Hood realizes, he says, if you are Gamble Gold, then you must be my mother's sister's son, and we are very close cousins. You are my brother. They sheathed their swords with friendly words. Then they put their swords back into their covers and they became friendly. So merrily they did agree. They went to a tavern and then they dined and bottles cracked most merrily. So together they went very happily as friends, and they went to a tavern and had food and drinks. So the poem ends here. It's actually a ballad. It should be it will come in a rhythm where you can sing and you can enjoy it. And just a small reading of the ballad itself will give you the meaning of the poem. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Thank you. Have a great day and God bless you.